We have Mr. Dasgupta who's dialed in from Bhubaneswar. Mr. Dasgupta, how can we help you?
Hello, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, loud and clear. Tell us what's your question.
Yeah, actually, I have taken a home loan from HDFC, and I'm in 2011, and I'm paying only the EMI portion. So
Okay.
I'm planning to pay the principal also and close the loan within 5 years. It is my first option by investing in a RD account and paying the total principal by 5 years. The second option is I want to invest in diversified mutual fund. So which will be the beneficial if I pay the principal within 5 years by investing in RD? And second option is investing in mutual fund. Which will be the wiser decision?
Okay, Mr. Dasgupta, you want us to tell you where you are in a position to earn more money so that you can pay off your principal in 5 years, right? RD
Yeah.
or a diversified mutual fund. I can see Kartik smiling.
Should I continue with the EMI portion and investing only in the mutual fund, or pay that by investing in recurring deposit? Close the loan in 5 years.
Right, Mr. Dasgupta. I'm not going to hold Kartik back. He loves questions like this. Go on, answer that.
So, Mr. Dasgupta, you have two fantastic options. Everybody wants to finish their loans fast, and I love to answer this question where I tell everyone, with home loans, you can have your cake and eat it too. The home loan is a great loan. You're paying rather about 9% interest approximately. Your asset itself is growing at 15%. If you invest in a mutual fund, it's a fabulous idea. But the thing is, remember, don't do anything less than 5 years. You rather invest in the mutual fund, let that profit happen to your mutual fund. That way, your principal in the mutual fund itself will remain as it is, and pick up the entire profit after maybe 4 years or 5 years or 6 years. Whenever that huge profit happens, pick it up and make the prepayment. That way, your loan has come down, your property has gone up in value, as well as your mutual fund is also appreciated, and that's all tax-free profit. Now, for the benefit of all the other viewers also, if somebody is actually thinking about going ahead and creating a recurring deposit and trying to prepay the loan over a period of time, then you see, why don't you take the advantage of going every month and making a little bit of a prepayment? Why do you want to go outside, make a recurring deposit, earn about 7-8% there, pay the tax on that 7 or 8% that you're going to earn, and then from the post-tax returns go and actually make a prepayment? You rather pay it every month or every quarter, whichever way you like. And in any case, there is no prepayment charge when you're paying from your own internal resources. So that way, you are actually hastening up the principal payment, and therefore every year, year after year, in fact, month after month, the interest component is becoming smaller and smaller, and the principal component is becoming larger and larger. It's almost like saying that you're making an additional EMI, the amount that you would put in a recurring deposit. So, if you are from that school of thought where I just don't want like a loan and I'm going to go to a recurring deposit, then why don't you just directly pay the loan off? But if you're going to go to a mutual fund, even fabulous, because you'll have your capital as well, and in 5 to 6 years' time, substantial profits will have accrued, and use the profits, make your prepayment, capital still with you, enjoy yourself, and think about buying another property after that.
Right. So, Mr. Dasgupta, essentially build two assets at the same time.
Absolutely.
Let both the assets grow, and then use the interest to pay off, whatever are your earnings on the mutual fund to pay off your home loan. That is what Kartik is recommending. I hope we've answered your query there.
Yes. And ma'am, I have a second query because I have recently made some payment to HDFC, and they have reduced the rate of interest from when I have taken the loan, that was around 10.5%, and they have reduced it to 9.45%. So should I need to pay this type of payment every year, or is there any separate option is also available?
You should be a happy man. Your interest rate is significantly reduced, more than 1 percentage point reduction.
I have paid. Interest rate is reduced, but is it need to pay in year after 2 or 3 also? Why I am paying is I am not able to understand.
Okay.
Because it should be a floating rate, it should be automatically come down, na? So why HDFC is taking this type of amount from us, from the borrower?
Right. Let Kartik explain that.
Mr. Dasgupta, this is a little technical to understand. You see, when you went to take the loan from HDFC, how did HDFC actually give you the money? They have also in turn gone and borrowed from a very large institution. They have borrowed a big chunk of money, and therefore from that big tranche or that big chunk of money, they have given to loans like many people like yourself, you see. So your cost for that loan is, let's say, 10.5%, and HDFC's cost of that borrowing may have been, say, 7 or 8% or 9%. I'm just making an assumption here. So now, for a new borrower, they would obviously be borrowing new chunk of money. If that chunk is coming at a cheaper cost, then they will offer the cheaper cost to the new borrower. Now, when you want to jump from one ship to another ship, many a times what happens is that you are actually going into a different tranche of funds that HDFC has raised, which is why they are charging you a little bit of an adjustment fee to move to a different tranche of money. Because this is the way you have to bear a little cost, even they might be having to bear a little cost for people who move out from the higher rate loan to a slightly lower rate loan. So while your loan is at a floating rate, that impact will be small, but when you want to have a substantial impact, you are actually moving into a different tranche of HDFC's borrowing, and which is why that kind of charge which is levied to you is kind of appropriate. However, what you must be very happy about to know is that this is only a one-time adjustment. It is not going to be a recurring adjustment year after year. However, for example, next year if the interest rates went down significantly, and let's say the loans were available at 7 or 8%, you may again have to pay that charge. But your savings will be phenomenally high, and which is why we sometimes even recommend that go ahead, make that little additional adjustment fee or whatever charge they are going to make, but go to an interest rate which is 1% or 1.5% lower than your existing rate. That's greatly beneficial to you, and you must take advantage of that.
You know, which brings us back to what we began the show with, that you need to be a very, very proactive customer if you've taken a home loan. You need to monitor that loan, the money that you're paying, where your money is going, what kind of payments you're giving, what is your tenure. These are things that you need to keep an eye on a regular basis. And I'm happy to see most of our viewers who are calling in, they know their loans, they seem to know their EMI in and out.
Oh, very nice. And that's
right?
Brilliant, right? Because it's a traditional Indian psyche that, I do not want to be paying extra for even one extra rupee, and which is perfect, which is brilliant.
Right.
On our website, mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.